General Hospital spoilers. Sam returns to Port Charles and saves Scout from Drew's danger. For weeks, Port Charles had been quiet. Too quiet. After the chaos of Jason's shocking return and the haunting revelations about Ronnie's true identity, the residents of this town were ready for peace. But peace never lasts long in Port Charles. At the Metro Court, Carly sat by the window, sipping coffee while scrolling through her phone. Her eyes caught a headline that made her heart skip a beat. Drew Kane missing after violent altercation at the Quartermain estate. Her fingers froze over the screen. "Damn it," she whispered. "Not again." Unbeknownst to everyone in town, Drew's disappearance wasn't just another Quartermain drama, it was the start of something darker. And somewhere miles away, Samantha McCall felt it. The same instinct that once guided her through deadly heists and dangerous cons returned with a vengeance. Sam McCall had been living a quiet life away from Port Charles, one she fought hard to build. After years of loss, betrayal, and heartbreak, she decided to take Scout and move west, away from the endless circle of mob wars and secrets. But lately, her daughter's calls with Drew had been different. "Mom," Scout had said over FaceTime a few days ago, her eyes darting nervously, "Dad's been acting weird. He doesn't talk much, and when I ask him about school or friends, he gets angry." Sam's heart clenched. Drew had been through trauma, his abduction, his lost memories, and the growing paranoia after his return. But what Scout described didn't sound like trauma. It sounded like danger. And when Scout missed their next scheduled call, Sam packed her bags that very night. As she drove into Port Charles, the skyline greeted her like a ghost of her past. "God help me," she murmured. "I said I'd never come back." Inside the Quartermain mansion, chaos ruled. Monica paced near the fireplace, wringing her hands. Michael and Brooklyn argued in hushed voices while Ned tried to calm everyone down. "Drew's not himself," Monica said. "Something's taken over him. He's paranoid, violent, and he keeps talking about some kind of mission. I don't even recognize my son anymore." Michael frowned. "You think it's another side effect from when Irene Cassadine had him under control?" Monica hesitated. "I think it's worse." Unseen by the family, Drew stood upstairs, staring out his window. His reflection in the glass looked hollow, eyes bloodshot and haunted. "They'll never understand," he muttered. "It's all for Scout. I'll keep her safe, even if they try to stop me." He clutched a small vial in his hand, a serum Victor had left behind, labeled only with the words "for the next generation." He clutched a small vial in his hand, a serum Victor had left behind, labeled only with the words "for the next generation." Drew believed it was the key to protecting his daughter from whatever legacy the Cassadines had cursed the world with. But what he didn't realize was that it was slowly destroying him. Sam didn't waste time. The moment she arrived in town, she went straight to the PCPD. Dante Falconeri was surprised when he saw her walk through the door. "Sam," he said, stunned. "You're back." "Not for long," she replied. "Where's Drew?" Dante sighed. "That's a complicated question." "Then give me a complicated answer." He handed her a report. Drew had assaulted a security guard at the Quartermain estate and disappeared. Rumor was he'd been seen at the harbor, carrying Scout's favorite toy, a worn-out stuffed rabbit. "Dante," Sam whispered, her voice trembling, "he took Scout, didn't he?" Dante didn't answer, but the look in his eyes was enough. Sam grabbed her bag and headed for the door. "Sam, wait." Dante called. "You can't just run into this alone." "Watch me," she said, and walked out into the cold night. Sam's instincts kicked in. She started where she always did, with people who knew how to find trouble. First stop, Sonny Corinthas. When she entered his office at Pozzulo's, Sonny's expression softened. "I heard you were out of town. What brings you back?" "Drew," she said simply. "And Scout's missing." Sonny leaned forward, serious now. "You think he took her?" "I don't think, I know." Sonny rubbed his temples. "I'll make some calls. If Drew's gone off the grid, he's either using Cassadine tech, or someone's helping him." Sam's jaw tightened. "Victor's dead. But his reach isn't." Within an hour, Sonny's men traced Drew's last known movement to an abandoned warehouse by the docks. The same warehouse where years ago, Jason and Sam had once been trapped by Helena Cassadine. Rain poured over Port Charles that night. Lightning flashed across the dark sky as Sam crept into the warehouse, her flashlight flickering over broken crates and rusted machinery. Then she saw it, a faint glow coming from the far side of the room. A computer screen. And beside it, a small figure tied to a chair. Scout. Sam gasped, running forward. Her daughter's wide eyes filled with tears. Mummy. But before Sam could reach her, Drew stepped out of the shadows, gun in hand. Stop right there, he said, his voice eerily calm. Sam froze. Drew, it's me. He shook his head. You shouldn't have come. Put the gun down. Let's talk. I can't. You don't understand what's at stake. Victor left something behind, something that's coming for all of us. I have to protect Scout. You're scaring her, Sam said, her voice breaking. You're scaring me. Drew's eyes flickered, torn between reality and delusion. They'll take her, Sam. They'll use her like they used me. I can't let that happen. She's just a child. Sam pleaded. She needs her father, not a soldier. For a moment, Drew's grip on the gun loosened. Sam took a step closer, but then a noise echoed behind them. The door slammed open, and Dante entered with his weapon drawn. Drew, drop it. The sound snapped Drew back into his rage. He turned toward Dante, gun raised. Sam screamed, lunging forward. A single gunshot echoed across the docks. Time seemed to freeze. Sam felt herself fall, but not from a bullet. She tackled Drew's arm just in time, sending the shot ricocheting into the ceiling. The gun clattered to the floor, and Dante rushed in, pinning Drew to the ground. Get Scout out of here. Dante shouted. Sam ran to her daughter, pulling her close. Scout sobbed into her mother's chest, trembling. Mommy, he's sick. Daddy said the bad people were coming for me. I know, baby. I know, Sam whispered, tears streaming down her face. It's over. I've got you. But as Drew was cuffed and led out, his eyes never left Scout. I did this for you, he muttered. They'll come, you'll see. The next morning, the hospital was quiet. Drew lay sedated in a secure room, his mind still clouded by the serum he'd injected into himself. Dr. Kevin Collins examined his scans, his expression grim. The substance has altered his brain chemistry, Kevin told Monica. It's like a hybrid of Cassadine mind control formulas and experimental drugs. We can treat him, but he won't be the same for a while. Monica's voice trembled. Will he ever be himself again? I don't know, Kevin admitted. But he still recognizes Scout. Somewhere deep down, Drew's still fighting to protect her. Meanwhile, Sam sat by Scout's bedside, brushing her daughter's hair gently. Are we going home, Mom? Scout asked. Yeah, baby, Sam said softly. But this time, home isn't going to be far away again. We'll stay right here in Port Charles. Even with Daddy sick. Sam nodded. Because family doesn't run. Not anymore. Later that day, Sam met Sonny again at the Metrocourt terrace. The rain had stopped, but thunder still rumbled in the distance. You did good, Sonny said. You saved Scout. Sam sighed. But I couldn't save Drew from himself. Don't blame yourself. Victor poisoned a lot of lives, even after death. She looked out over the harbor. Dante said the serum Drew used came from one of Victor's old labs. You think anyone else has access to it? Sonny hesitated. Let's just say, the Cassadines never leave one monster without another waiting in the shadows. Sam turned to him sharply. You think someone's coming for Scout? I think Drew wasn't entirely wrong to be afraid. Her stomach dropped. Then I'll be ready. Days passed. Drew finally regained consciousness. Sam sat beside him in the hospital room as his eyes slowly opened. Sam, he rasped. Where's Scout? She's safe, Sam said. Thanks to you. He looked confused. What happened? The serum, it wasn't supposed to hurt anyone. Sam hesitated. You thought you were protecting her. I was, Drew whispered. Victor's files, they mentioned a name. Someone who's coming for her. Sam frowned. Who? Drew's eyes filled with terror. Helena's successor. A woman called Irene Cassadine. Sam froze. Cassadine. She's worse than all of them. And she's obsessed with Jason and Scout. Before Sam could ask more, alarms went off. The hospital lights flickered. And through the window, a shadowy figure in a trench coat watched from the courtyard below. That night, Sam couldn't sleep. She stood by Scout's room, watching her daughter dream peacefully. But outside, Port Charles was brewing with secrets once again. Irene Cassadine had arrived. Her voice echoed through a phone call to an unknown accomplice. Drew Kane failed. The serum didn't destroy him, but it opened the door. The girl will be ours soon enough. Sam walked out to the docks the next morning, watching the sun rise over the harbor. She thought of all she'd lost: Jason, her peace, her faith in happily ever after. But she'd gained something back too: her fire. "Whatever's coming," she whispered, "I'll protect her. No Cassadine, no secret, no curse will take my daughter." Behind her, Dante approached quietly. "You're staying?" She smiled faintly. "Looks like Port Charles isn't done with me yet." As the camera panned out, the faint sound of a child's laughter echoed, and then a chilling whisper overlapped it, from somewhere unseen. Drew begins to recover, but the serum's side effects lead to violent hallucinations. Sonny and Anna uncover Irene Cassadine's shocking connection to Helena. Sam teams up with Dante and Jason to uncover Victor's final project. And Scout becomes the target of a mysterious prophecy that could reshape the Cassadine legacy forever.